The following message has been sponsored by the End Jim Welch movement. I don't like Jim Welch. Jim Welch smells like belch. Time for me to squelch. Squelch chat like an Overwatch. My grandfather died of cancer 20 years ago. I'm 47 now. Hamburger flow. My doctor died in the house like the Scots. These dogs won't shut the hell up. There's nothing outside. I hate Jim Welch. Jim Welch. I don't like Jim Welch. He can die of belch. Shut your ass up, dog. There's nothing outside. I just looked. Stupid dog. I'll have to put you in the ground here in a couple hours. There you go. That's my contribution to this project. Thank you guys for coming to the concert. I am. I don't know what that was, y'all. I am officially probably the doctor's office soon. You ever heard of it? All right, guys. Tune in to my live stream next week at twitch.tv slash twitch.tv slash Homeland Security Virus. Also, I don't like Jim Welch. He should be put in prison for I need a pop filter, so I like that. Also, Jim Welch needs to go to prison. Top 10 prison sentences, Jim Welch found dead. Also, shout out to Barack Obama and the shadow government of the United States, and Bill Gates, you know, master of depopulation and whatnot. Shout out to probably not Zelensky. Shout out to every single person who's moved to Russia from the United States to escape woke culture. Shout out to the Chinese government for sending me an Iraq flag. Shout out to Barack Obama for getting shot and killed here in 3 hours. I'm planning his assassination. Shout out to my television for not turning on. Shout out to the Sedgwick County Jail for locking up Drake flying out. Shout out to the Sedgwick County Jail for locking up Jim Welch here in about 3 hours. Shout out to Jim Welch for entering that prison 445. Shout out to California for creating gas. Shout out to the biolabs in China or something like that. You know, the ones who leaked the COVID, the lab leak. Shout out to the lab leak. Shout out to WikiLeaks, Roger Stone. Shout out to Alex Jones. Shout out to Kanye West, Pig Brown. Shout out to my house for catching on fire here in about 3 minutes. Shout out to Jesus Christ for making cheese in the Bible or something. Shout out to Allah from the Quran. Shout out to the Quran. Shout out to the Bible. Shout out to the Torah. Shout out to the Raelian religion. Shout out to Ocean Spray, the drink company. They make grape juice. Shout out to Funyuns. Shout out to Right Guard deodorant. Shout out to Bank Central. Shout out to the Capitol. Shout out to January 6th. Shout out to Z, not Mr. Z, the Z, Russia. Shout out to Russia. Shout out to Xi Jinping. Shout out to Obama for getting killed. I said that already. Shout out to clocks everywhere. I like clocks. Shout out to homeless people. Shout out to MC Ride from Death Grips. I guess I said homeless people, so that I guess count. Let's see here. Shout out to that dog that's still wanted, dead or alive, for $100,000. Shout out to Dr. Pepper. Shout out to Folgers Coffee. Shout out to Vicks Humidifier. Shout out to, nails and screws. Shout out to wood, and shout out to cardboard. Shout out to keyboards. Shout out to USB cables. Shout out to receipts. Shout out to tape. Shout out to Sharpies. Shout out to recycling. Shout out to Konami microphone that came from a rap Wii game. Shout out to the Wii. Shout out to the Nintendo Wii U. Shout out to airplanes. Shout out to train accidents. Shout out to submarine implosions. Shout out to the movie Titanic 666. Shout out to the movie Titanic 2. Shout out to the movie Fortnite Battle Royale. Shout out to Trippie Redd. Shout out to Trident Gum. Shout out to every single French person in the world. Shout out to Germany. Shout out to Crimea. Shout out to Japan. Shout out to China. Shout out to Vatican City. Shout out to Kuwait. Shout out to Angola. Shout out to Iran. Shout out to Afghanistan. Shout out to Turkey. And my closing statement is Jim Welch will end up in prison here in about a couple days now, after the classified information that he leaked on his Fortnite training Discord. Yeah, my closing statement was that I am now going to leave and never come back.